They look really bready.
But
they have a slightly, I wouldn't say gooiness, but they've got some chew. They have some give.
Yeah, definitely chewy. I shall begin by chopping up 3/4 cup of zucchini. I'm using the food processor here because I'll use it later to mix up the cookie dough batter. But if you don't have a food processor, you can easily use a box grater. I add 3/4 cup zucchini to the food processor, along with 1 egg and 1/4 cup melted butter. You can use butter or coconut oil. In this case, we're using butter that's been melted in the oven as it preheats. And then leave this to just set up to the side. We prepare a dry bowl. We begin with 1.5 cups almond flour.
Blanched?
It is blanched almond flour. This is 1/4 cup erythritol. We're using our golden Lakanto, which is a mixture of erythritol and monk fruit extract.
And this one actually gives it kind of like a brown sugar flavor almost.
It does. Next comes 1.5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, 1 tablespoon grass-fed beef gelatin, one teaspoon vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. And it all gets mixed up together. Now we add our dry bowl into the food processor with our wet ingredients. Again, if you don't have a food processor, you can use an electric mixer or a manual egg beater or whisk. Blending to combine. Just for a few seconds. And we add our last ingredient, which are these 1/2 cup macadamia nuts. When we blend it in, I like the batter pretty smooth. You could probably do a chunky cookie if you like that instead. You just blend it for longer for a more smooth and creamy, and blend it for shorter for a chunky texture.
So you buttered your pan?
Yes, we have a greased baking sheet here, and I'm going to scoop 6 spoonfuls onto the pan. And I dare you to not eat the cookie dough. Right, into the oven they go.
How long at what temperature?
This is 350 and about 12 to 15 minutes.
350 Fahrenheit.
Yeah. And if for some reason you notice that your cookies are getting a little brown on the outside, but not quite cooked on the inside, you can always remove them from the oven and leave them on the sheet, and they'll cool and continue to cook a little bit.
They're so good and moist. Like it really holds the moisture and the chewiness well. You can kind of see in the shot right here. And the more they cool, it seems like they feel more dense. You know, they get more chewy as they cool.
They're filling.
Very, yeah. They remind me of an oatmeal cookie.
That's it.
They're like a big, they're like an oatmeal cookie, but without oats. They're like a grain-free. Go ahead. The slowest bite ever. You like it?
There we go.
Okay.
The flavor's nice. It's cinnamony and sweet.
Yeah.
Nothing's too overpowering.
And it's rich. You know, it's like it's substantial. You eat a couple of them and it's kind of filling.
I think the gelatin and the zucchini helps make it so filling.
I really like the gelatin. You know, I mean, it's taking something that's, you know, almond flour, which is, you know, not the nutritionally superior food, although it tastes amazing and it gives an incredible flavor. And then you add the gelatin to it and it just makes it that much better. You know, the digestibility, the benefits of gelatin for digestion and general health and collagen. I dig it. They're perfect for like a potluck or something. If you got like an office potluck to bring. Ryder likes it. He's signaling more with his hands. You want some more?
His mouth's very full right now.
His mouth is completely full of these things.
Chipmunk cheeks.
But yeah, I mean, not even just for people who have, growing kids and want to do kid-friendly keto stuff that they can eat, and then their kids who are not on keto can enjoy. These are also good for like office parties, holiday parties, potluck, stuff like that, to kind of bridge the gap. I mean, a lot of people, they use these types of recipes that we've been putting out, and they tell us that they shared it with their spouses, with their friends and family, and they didn't even know it was low carb.
These would be great to travel. I can tell once they get cool, they'll hold their shape well. They won't crumble.
And they're nutrient dense. Like, if you use more or less macadamia, you can make them more or less calorie dense. So yeah, there it is, macadamia cookies. These are a variation of the zucchini chocolate chip cookie recipe from the Ultimate Guide to Low Carb Baking by Jessica. And that's available where?
Exclusively.
Oh, exclusively, because I always say that. It's only available at primaledgehealth.com.
That's the one.
All right, bye guys.